What's up, guys? So today we're going to talk about one of the best life hacks out there that could save you tens of thousands. So we all have kids that we hope to send to college, and the thing is, most parents are trying to do the right thing, are saving for college tuition funds for their kids, right? You can put it in the 529 accounts, you could save it under your mattress, whatever you want to do, that's your problem. However, you have to learn how to work smart, not working hard, because working hard is not going to get you anywhere. So that being said, here is one hack that you could use if you want to save for your tuition for your kids without breaking the bank, basically. And the hack is very simple. It's not conventional, but it's very simple and very doable. So hear me out. So what I would say is this: if you have a newborn child, right? So he's a few months old, buy a house, okay? You could buy a house with an FHA loan. So if you're buying a house because you're living or have the intent to live in the property, you're able to do a loan program called FHA. FHA would allow you to get a property with as low as 3.5% down. So if you're doing 3.5% down on a $100,000 house, that's $3,500. It's not that much. The other thing that I talk about in some of my videos is that if you are having a hard time with the deposit, the down payment, all those things, you can get your real estate license. If you have your real estate license, when you buy a house, typically you get a commission of 3%. So think about it this way, and I'm simplifying the numbers so you can kind of get the concept, right? If you buy a house now, you're going to put a down payment of 3.5% down. That's for the FHA program. 3.5% down, but yet your commission is 3%. So that means that you're really going out of your pocket just 0.5%. With the closing costs, you can negotiate that with the seller. So if he's selling the property for $100,000, you can tell him, hey, I'm going to buy the property for $105,000, and you can give me $3,000 towards closing costs. So for the seller, he's getting $102,000. That's $2,000 more than what he was expecting. But for you, you're getting $3,000 towards closing costs that you're not going to have to take out of your pocket at closing. So you have the 3% from your commission, you have the $3,000 from the closing cost from the seller, almost nothing coming out your pocket. So that being said, you're able to get the property for almost nothing. With an FHA loan, you're required to stay in the property for a year. So let's assume you're buying this property, your intention is to stay there for a year, you're going to stay there for a year, but after that, you're going to rent. Now, here comes the life hack. You want to buy this property in a place where people are going to want to live. And all you have to do is just rent it out for as long as possible. So if you got a property in good condition, and more importantly, you've stayed there for a year, so you know what's wrong with it. If the toilet's not working, if whatever is not wrong with it, you fix it before you move out. So what's going to happen is when people move into the property, they're barely going to call you for anything to repair because there's nothing to repair, okay? My point is, if you've owned the property for 18 years and your tenants have been the one paying for 18 years, you've paid down the mortgage almost 2/3 of the mortgage. So if your mortgage was, I don't know, $100,000, you're down to maybe $30,000 left or whatever. And I'm just simplifying and rounding the numbers, but you get my drift. The concept is very simple. If you have a newborn, buy a house. Buy a house that you can rent it out, and rent it out for as long as your kid is underage until he turns 18 and he's ready to go to college. Once he turns 18, that $100,000 house that you bought in 18 years is probably going to be worth $200,000 or $150,000. So you have a couple options. One, you could sell the property and you've already made a profit of $50,000. That's number one. But you've also had your tenants pay the mortgage for the last 18 years. So now your profit is not just the $50,000, it's also the 50 plus the equity that they paid down from the mortgage. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you think about it this way, all you need to do is cash out, take the money, and then pay the tuition for your kid. And you're going to have some money left over, I guarantee. So this is one of the best life hacks out there when it comes to tuition for your kids. And that's what the rich people and the wealthy people are doing. They buy assets that are going to pay for their expenses. And you can do the same thing. Buy a house today for your kid. Plan ahead so that you don't have to worry about saving and wasting your money on paying bills every single day. Buy assets today that's going to pay for your kids' tuition tomorrow. Till next time.